We live. All right. We're back on YouTube and Twitter. Impromptu press conference. You guys may have noticed the name of this stream. We already got 360 people. We just went live. We're back. We're back from our suspension, guys. We are back from our suspension. All right. So I am currently driving away from West Roxbury District Courthouse, where I attended 2 hearings in which 𝗵𝗂𝗏, also known as to many as 𝗵𝗏𝗏, her of 𝗵𝗏𝗏 with a K. She had 2 hearings today. One was a extension of a restraining order against a woman named Lauren Murray. She's had the order in existence for 2 years, and she was trying to get it extended for another year. The other hearing was for a probation violation because she's been on probation since October 26th because she took a continue without a finding for violating that same order against Ms. Murray, and she admitted to sufficient facts and actually apologized. So the hearing was wild. Let's just put it that way. And it was peak Krusty. The fake victim testified. That was a curveball I didn't see coming. She said a lot of damaging things to both her case, I believe, and Krusty's case. Krusty talked and talked and talked like she always does without breathing. She doesn't listen to the advice that I've suggested, in which you just take a deep breath and slow it down. And she thinks that by just talking and talking and talking and talking about me. That's the thing. It's talking about me the entire time. And this was not for me today. This was for Lauren Murray. And attorney Kate Fay did an amazing job representing Ms. Murray and made it clear to judge, just listen to what she's saying. My client is collateral damage. Like, she is obsessed with Aidan Kearney. Both of these individuals, both of these women are. They're both obsessed with Aidan Kearney, and my client has nothing to do with him like that. And they are going after her because she has a personal relationship with him. She's friends with him. So that's why this woman has been relentlessly attacked. They will not stop. And this order needs to be extended. So Krusty got up there. She did her thing like usual. She just talked and talked and talked. I don't even remember all the shit she talked about. I can't wait to listen to it again when I get this court audio. And she just talked. Next slide, right? Yeah. She just talked and just started talking about he was a married man. Like, bad idea for her part, because it just shows malice. It's like, why are you so obsessed with this dude? Like, you don't even have a relation. You were never in a relationship with this guy. Why do you care who he was seeing years ago? Like, why does that bother you so much? And so she made a complete fool of herself. It was great. The courtroom was packed with supporters of Ms. Murray, supporters of Karen Reed, supporters of Turtleboy, also known as Turtle Riders. It was fantastic. It was a great support system. And around 10 o'clock, the fake victim showed up. After sleeping in, I guess, and we dressed with jeans and all that stuff. With Grande was there, and Grande's got a bit of a conundrum because Grande is busy in his crusade to expose 𝗵𝗏𝗏𝗏 for being a fraud, but fake victim shows up with Grande and then sits next to 𝗵𝗏𝗏𝗏, who she needs, because without 𝗵𝗏𝗏𝗏, she has no one to spread lies and propaganda for her. So that's how that was. And so again, this person is clearly not afraid of me at all. Once again showing up to where she knows I will be, and making her presence there. And when she testified, she wanted to talk about me a lot, and it's just domestic violence. Oh, it was great. Attorney Fay cross-examined fake victim and asked her. She said, so this incident on December 23rd into 24th, is it true that you called Lieutenant Tully instead of calling 911? And she goes, what does that have to do with anything? And then the judge kind of squashed it. She's like, okay, let's move on. Let's stick to what's going on here. But at least it was said. She said some other things for the first time that were brought to attention. Like, I swear to God. So it was introduced that obviously that Lauren has an order on her, but there was no mention, I believe, of any order that I have on her until the fake victim brought it up. She's like, yeah, so Aidan has an order on her. So now the judge is looking at this like, you go around getting orders placed on you all the time, it seems. You're a bad person. Like, why is this? It's not normal. Like, don't introduce things into evidence that make your, the person you're supposed to be helping look like a bad guy, like look like a psychopath. So they talked a lot about the incident on July 11th, in which Krusty drove by the house, my hearing, and gave the middle finger at turtle riders who were outside. And Lauren Murray was standing right there, not yelling a word. Others were telling her to clean her fingernails and stuff, but Lauren's not like that. She's pretty reserved. Didn't say anything. And so they play that video, and she's sticking her middle finger up the whole time, and at the end she tells her to kill herself. Like, it's clear as day in that video. She tells her to kill herself at the end. And Krusty Penny's like admits, like, I did this, and like, yeah, I probably shouldn't have done it. She said that a few times. I do regret doing this, and blah blah blah. It's like, that's an admittance. So anyway, then she tried to justify it. She's like, I was just eating lunch in Dedham with my friend 𝗫𝗀𝗃𝗃, who was here, my friend fake victim, who was here, and she would like to testify about it. And I was just driving by, and this crowd is accosting me, and blah 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 blah. So they play the video in court. They play the video, and the judge described it as a circus-like atmosphere, right? And so I'm like, ooh, that's not good, because she's trying. And she asked Kate, the judge, were you directing? Did you see Miss Murray? Were you directing the comments towards her? And so I'm like, ooh, that doesn't sound good, because it's like she's giving her an out here. You know what I mean? But so I didn't like the questioning. But little did I know, Judge Coffey meant business today, because she wasn't playing around with this shit. So she lectures Kate after she extends the order. That's the first thing she do. And then we had a second hearing for. Then we had. Wow, seriously. Okay. Then there was a second hearing for the probation violation, right? And that's when the judge really gave it to her. And she's like, so you could have. Now, the crazy part about this is that probation didn't even ask for a guilty finding. She has a continuance. That's supposed to be, when you get in 2 new charges, like she has since then, like that's supposed to be guilty. And so instead, they just asked to extend probation, right? And so the judge gives it to Krusty in her ruling, and she goes, I find that you were completely wrong. And she knows her way around Dedham, this judge. She goes, you claim to have gotten lunch at the pizza place in the center of Dedham. She goes, you're going back to North Attleboro. Route 1 is right there. Route 1 takes you to North Attleboro. Like, does it not? Like, that takes you through the Attleboros, I believe. Or at least it takes you to 95, which will then get you there. Instead, you went the opposite way. You went towards Needham, and you went directly by the courthouse. So the judge was like, knew her Dedham geography, like down, has it memorized, has the town of Dedham memorized, knows exactly where to get from one town to another, and she knew that was a complete bullshit. Like, Krusty intentionally went to where this quote-unquote circus-like atmosphere was. That's why she asked the circus questions. She's like, kind of pointing out, like, you're looking for trouble. You're looking for these people. You love it, don't you? You're going near them. And so the judge basically made it clear she was not satisfied with probation's recommendation. She's like, it's not enough to just extend this probation. She needs punishment. She needs whatever. So she ignored the guidelines and gave her 30 hours of community service. So Krusty has to dig ditches for 30 hours unpaid, with 3 more months probation on top of that. So then what they were actually asking for. It made it very clear, like, you're going to jail, like jail. You're going to jail. Like if you gave it a list, like, I don't think you understand what you're doing to yourself. Like, you need to stop. Like, this whole thing, and I guarantee it went in one ear and out the other with her. She will learn nothing from this. Like, I know her. She will learn nothing from this. Like, she will make another video about Lauren or me or whatever. And even she's like blaming Lauren. Oh, here's the other thing. She goes, and she put up tweets. She claims to be a victim, and she's putting up tweets saying, I'm going to be responsible for sending her to jail. And the judge goes, okay, can I see those? And so she goes over to the fake victim, and she's like, asks them, and the fake victim takes her phone out, starts texting her. And so she gets these screenshots or something. We don't see them. And they show them to Attorney Faye, who looks at them and goes, these aren't real, like these aren't authenticated. We don't even know what these are. They goes, there's no date on these. This is what they do. They manipulate shit. We need this authenticated. So go to her Twitter account right now and show us these tweets. And Kate couldn't do it. And so they go, okay, well, you can't introduce these into evidence. They're not legitimate. Whatever the hell these things are, you think are saving yourself. And even if she did say, I'm going to send her to jail, who cares? Like, yeah, that's what you want to do. The O'Keeffes are pretty clear that they want to send Karen Reed to jail. No? Like, they want to send her there, and they've made that clear. You're allowed to want to send people to jail if they've broken the law, especially if you're a victim, especially if you're a victim of that. So that didn't go well. So, yeah, Krusty got community service, 30 hours imposed on her day, extra probation. She didn't stipulate what that would be. Hopefully hard labor work camp or something like that, because she needs it. She needs to, she also called her behavior, quote, very concerning and vile. That's what she called her behavior, very concerning and vile. Like, she's disgusted by this person. And she sees that Lauren Murray is just, like Attorney Faye said time and time again, collateral damage. She goes, I hear these two up here, the fake victim and Krusty, and all I hear is Aidan Kearney, Aidan Kearney, Aidan Kearney, Aidan Kearney. That's all I hear up here. And so it's like, and they're proving the point. They're literally proving the point. My client has nothing to do with any of this, yet she's being dragged into it by these animals. And, also one thing that she didn't introduce into evidence was that on December 9th, rather. So that was the day that I ended things. And fake victim, was obsessed with Lauren Murray, like obsessed, wouldn't stop talking about did not want me being friends with her, like did not want anything like that, was extremely jealous and controlling, like it was crazy. And I'm not going to stop being friends with her. Why would I stop being friends with her? She's done nothing wrong. Oh, undercover. All right. So, anyway, what was I saying? Something about, I don't know.
Or being mad you were friends with Lauren.
Oh, yeah. So she was all mad about that. And so on December 9th, that is when I ended things. And that morning, she sent Lauren this whole message about what a bitch she is, and you're fucking jealous, you're fucking, like, just horrible, nasty shit, right? Cunty shit, like whatever, not criminal shit, cunty shit. Yeah, and Lauren's like the nicest person, and to do that to her, it's like you got it. I mean, she just got such anger and jealousy of this woman, and rightfully so. And so, anyway, on December 9th, after that, she called her on the phone. And so this can't be like documented because it's a phone call. Yeah, because it's just a phone call. But she told her, fake victim told her, you should just drop this thing with Kate because Aidan's just using you. She tries to convince her that, like, oh, he's just using you as a weapon to attack Kate. You should drop it. Also known as witness intimidation. Now, of course, it's on the phone, so it's not as easy to prove or document or anything like that. But, but there are some messages that kind of go along with them. Where is it? Oh, yeah. Okay, cool. All right. So, anyway, do I pull in here? No. Oh, no, there it is. Okay, yep. All right, cool. So, anyway, yeah. I just wanted to give you guys that update. We're back on YouTube. I mean, it would have been nice, like, jail was not in the cards today because there was no official bail revocation hearing, because that only happens at arraignments. She's not being arraigned on anything today. She will be arraigned on something on October 2nd, though, but that's in Norfolk County, and I don't really trust Michael Morrissey's office to, Oh, another thing she said that was useful today, that when she was at my arraignment, because she had to explain what she was doing at my arraignment when she got charged with violating that order. And she went on and on about how we are getting evidence from the court that Miss Murray, I never interacted with her. She was sitting in the courtroom. I'm in there in handcuffs. Lauren Murray walks directly by her. Kate sees her and stays in the courtroom. Violation. Like, you got to leave when that happens. So she doesn't leave. So she gives testimony today saying that she met with Special Prosecutor Ken Mello prior to the hearing downstairs with the witnesses. So now we got it. Now she's just put it on the record that she is involved in my charges. Why is she, who has nothing to, she has nothing to do with the McAlbert charges, right? Why is she meeting with Ken Mello downstairs right before the hearing? Why? Why is that happening? So we got it. So there's a nice, I mean, this was great today. Great for me, for Justice, great for Lauren Murray, you know, not so great for Krusty, not so great for her. I mean, maybe it will be. Maybe she'll get a wake-up call and just move on, you know? So there's that. Anyway, yeah, we got to get to 100,000. We're up to 99.2, getting close to 99.3. Anybody have any questions before we call it a day and I get back to work here? I was hoping she was going to get Jael. I mean, that would have been nice, but, you know, it wasn't in the cards today. And you notice she doesn't really make videos at all anymore because she just she makes them through this Jake Sutton account now. Like that video that he put out the other day, that was from her. In case it wasn't blatantly obvious, because she knows that calling me a pedophile is pretty close to bordering on a violation of the order, could be perceived as that. So, lie should not be contacting Lauren for Krusty. Yeah, I mean, there was like a third party thing going on there. You could argue, and that's the other thing. Oh, I wish Attorney Faye had gotten to that, because that's what I was thinking too. It's like, so this woman contacted Lauren Murray on December 9th after speaking with Krusty. That is goddamn. You should just drop the order and give, you know. So anyway, is she living in her car? No, she said today, they go, what do you do for work? I work at property management. Lie, worked, past tense, doesn't work at all. And the fake victim was, you know, brought up, and they asked her, where do you live? Medfield. Okay. Well, what do you do for work? I'm currently unemployed for the last 8 years. So there's that. Okay. What do I think she'll do for community service? I don't know. Why didn't I testify? I wasn't called to testify. I'm surprised Krusty didn't call. She could have called me to testify, but that wouldn't have gone well for her if that happens. But anyway, if many Aussie fans, thank you, Aussies. All right. So while I was never a fan of Grant, he did a great job tweeting what was going on, as I wasn't able to get into. Grant did a great job tweeting. It's because he doesn't like Krusty. That's why. He just doesn't. So he'll tell the truth when it's Krusty being up there. But I wonder, that's got to cause some tension between him and fake victim, because he walked in with the fake victim today. And, you know, I wonder if she's like, because she's scared of Krusty. Like she knows that if she leaves Krusty and goes with Grant, then she's really fucked. I mean, God knows what she's told Krusty, and Krusty will spill it all. Like, she will destroy her if, you know, things ever went south between them, which is inevitable, by the way, which is 100% guaranteed. Relationships like that are not built to last. But all right, guys, I'm going to get back to work. All right. But, yeah, love you guys. We're back on the YouTube streets, and we'll see you guys all Saturday night for the live show, and we'll see the sex cult people tonight for Turtle Club. All right. Peace, people.